maybe didn't run the right route, but what happened on the other 3 interceptions?
The first one we called the cover 1 play, and I actually talked to the guy that picked it off, number 19, afterwards, after the game, and he said he just recognized the play and came off his man. The third one that I threw towards Vandy's sideline, Alshon should have just ran it. I talked to Coach Max, either ran it or threw it out of bounds. And that last one, talked to Alshon right afterwards, and he thought I was going to run it right there by the goal line. So he turned around, and the next thing you know, he sees the ball in the air and tries to catch it. So that's how it happens. But thankfully, our defense played unreal tonight. So it didn't hurt us too bad.
Stephen, is this maybe one of the more frustrating wins you've been a part of here?
Not really. A win is a win. I mean, if we would have lost, hell yeah, it would have been very frustrating. But a win's a win, and that's all that really matters at the end.
Stephen, any idea why the offenses seem to have struggled in the first quarter so far this year?
Not really. I don't really know. We've had our chances. We've missed them. I talked to Coach right after I think it was our first possession. We had a cover 2 post to D'Angelo, and I just missed him and threw it to Lattimore underneath. But it's just plays like that. We just got to start making them and start hitting them.
Steve, this team's had a lot of lucky bounces so far this year. Talk about the one you had where you threw it up to Alshon and it ends up in Ace's hands.
I'll take luck over talent, any day. As Coach Berger says, the football guys are looking down and smiling down on us. So, those plays, they usually haven't happened for us in the past, but they've been happening for us this year, and I'm not really complaining about it.
Steven, still a lot of problems connected on the deep passes. Is it just wrong routes, overthrowing? What's going on there?
The combination of a bunch of things. The coverages they're running. They're sticking with our guys. Sometimes protection breaks down. Sometimes overthrow or underthrow it. It's a combination of things. Really, gotta figure it out.
Stephen, the way the offense is playing, you guys are obviously 4-0, but can this team keep surviving the mistakes you guys are making there? Can the defense this team?
It's tough to answer that. Hopefully we stop doing it. Hopefully this is the last week we play like this offensively. But to answer your question, I don't think we can survive playing like that. We know we got to get better, and we just got to start practicing better, and getting better every single day, and mentally and physically, and just getting our head together.
What does it mean when you have a guy like Melvin Ingram who come in and really make some big plays and has scored several defensive touchdowns this year? Does that kind of give you relief when you've got a guy that can come in and just kind of help back you up and put some points on the board when you guys are struggling like that?
Oh, definitely. Anytime you have a defensive score or a special team score, it definitely takes a lot of pressure off the offense. I think everybody knows that. Our defense played great. I think they allowed 80-something yards tonight. So, you can't say enough about the performance they had tonight. Hopefully we continue to do that every week in and week out, and we just got to get the offense together now.
Stephen, were you frustrated to be pulled, and do you feel like you're right back in a competition now, or do you think you're still the starter at this point?
I don't really know. They want to get Connor, some playing time, some experience, and that's normal. We had the game pretty much sealed at the end, so I'm not really frustrated about it at all.
Still feel like a starter?
You got to ask Coach that.
Levi?
How do you rate you guys' ability to stretch the field at this point in the season?
I'm sorry?
How do you rate you guys' ability on offense to stretch the field?
We got to get better. That's really the only way to answer that. We got to make more plays and get the ball in the playmakers' hands.
Anything else for Stephen?
Can you just talk about the screen right before the half and how that gave a little momentum going into the break?
Anytime you can score in a 2-minute situation, or for our sake, we scored in I think 50-something seconds. That really gives us a lot of momentum going into halftime. Lattimore had a great run. The linemen were downfield blocking, and Nick Jones made a great block down there. So it was huge to get up 14-3 at halftime.
Last question here from
Alshon booted the number 2 on the all-time list for Gamecock reception yards. Can you talk about the magnitude of that achievement?
Hopefully we get him to number 1. That'd be I'm sure that's a goal of his. But you know, he's a team guy just like the rest of these guys, and you know, individual plaques and you know achievements aren't really that big of a deal. You know, as long as we win, it doesn't really matter.
Thanks, Steve.
Appreciate it.
We have